Welcome back, everyone. In the last episode, the tieflings were kindly escorted to the magical city in another dimension. It's just there. And the party went shopping. However, Mercy's stock had yet to be updated, so they decided to come back the next day. And that day has arrived.
Also, we saved the town from being poisoned, but, details.
I mean, that's just every day. Like, save a town, rescue the princess.
I don't think we've done any of that yet.
There's always
Today is
time.
young.
We did rescue a scholar.
So,
He's a wimpy scholar. He couldn't magic his way out.
I do have something I want to mention just before we fully start this session, because I know you guys haven't been keeping track of it. The trip to Menace will take 5 days, meaning it will be 7 days to the Black Sun when you arrive. Just be aware of that.
Gotcha.
Got it.
I haven't been keeping track of it because it's honestly not important when it happens. I'm just going to stab anything that tries to kill me in that time.
And due to the deal you made last session, the 3 days that Birdie has will be in 5 days, if my maths is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just
2 days earlier.
Just making sure you are aware of that, because it could affect your plans.
Okay.
With that said, the morning dawns, and you will head to Mercy's, I'm assuming.
Not me.
I'm still concerned about Jezebel after what happened last session.
Fair enough. In that case, that's where we'll start. You all wake up after the morning, getting some rest. You got back quite late and went basically immediately to bed. The morning comes, and what do you guys want to do?
I imagine our hearts start beating again after the
Yes.
effects have worn off.
Yes, once the effects have worn off, you just sort of jolt awake in the middle of the night as you realize you're suddenly needing to breathe again. Sort of like you know how when you're sort of drifting off to sleep and then suddenly you need to take a breath and it wakes you up slightly? Sort of like that.
I'm going to take a look outside to see how badly the town freaks out when that happens.
Oh, great.
There's a large crowd around the fountain. Regardless, Cicada, we'll get to that in a second, correct? Cicada, you were going to do something.
I was just gonna knock on her door.
Alright.
Not an answer right away, but then you finally, after maybe about a couple seconds, you hear a "come in."
Okay.
You basically just see Jezebel just kind of staring out the window, watching the people's reactions to the well drying up, apparently. But she seems to have the vial of the poison in her hand too. She's looking it over. She doesn't turn to look at Cicada though. She just goes, "Morning."
Are you still mad?
I'd be lying if I said no. And I'd rather not lie to you, Cicada. She pauses for a second and then sighs again. Turns around to face Cicada with a small frown, but it's not really she's obviously angry, but she's not angry exactly at you, Cicada. But she's still a little angry. She goes, "Why did you agree to that?"
It's the only way.
No, it was not.
I didn't want to risk poisoning the town.
So you rather put your own life at stake for an unknown entity that you blindly follow.
It wasn't for Birdie's sake. It was... She kind of just trails off.
For the town or for that celestial, sure. But Cicada, I'm worried about what your outlook on your own life. Do you not value your own life?
Of course I do.
Then why would you give it to somebody you're not so sure about that takes control over you during the Black Sun? She says, very serious, staring Cicada down.
Because I trust him.
How do you know you can trust him, though?
He saved my life.
She looks upset as her hands kind of clench, and she goes, and what if they fail you later, What good will be your life then if you just die for this one entity you don't know fully what they're doing?
She kind of looks down.
Jezebel notices her look, and she'll give a huge sigh, unclenches her fist, and puts away the poison, and walks over to Cicada and then pats top of her head. She goes, I'm sorry. I did not mean to raise my voice at you.
No, it's... I understand.
Let's just say, dear Cicada, I'm not fond of overly powered beings who promise things and don't keep their promises. I know you trust this birdie, Patreon, deity, whatever they are, but I wouldn't exactly put my trust in somebody I'm not sure about. Are you absolutely sure about this birdie person and what they're going to do to you?
Yes.
She looks her like straight in the eyes, seriously. Make sure that she's actually being honest.
She is being honest.
That just annoys her a little bit more, and she frowns, and then she gives a frustrated sigh, and then she ruffles her feathers, and she goes, you remind me of him. Ugh. You and him are going to be the death of me. She says that she just pats her head fondly and then starts to walk out. I need a drink.
Okay.
So, as for the town, most of the people who had smiles are currently looking at the well with concern, and there are talks about making a trip down to the source to figure out what happened, and like there's talk about, getting a temporary well set up so they have some access to water, and yeah, basically they're working out what to do and what they can do about it, because, well, they're without something they've had for most likely the majority of their lives.
If I'm guessing right, that those lives have been a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everything has its time in it. Well, what a shame.
So,
Korax is just gonna go about his day like it's none of his business.
now, Clara,
Mm-hmm.
the men that you asked to watch the fountain are eagerly
Mhm.
waiting their private show.
Ah, yes. She's like, sure. So she goes to. They wanted it done at their house or something, or where do they want it?
Yeah, they brought you back to their house. I'm assuming this took
Okay.
place during the night when the others were asleep, basically.
Mm-hmm. She's going to mentally invite her fragment to join if she wants to.
Okay, yeah, sure. The fragment will join, but I need you to roll to me 2 performance checks.
Okay.
Average.
All right, you perform wonderfully for them and their families, and they toss you a couple gold as thanks, and you head back to the inn and get some nice sleep.
Okay.
So, with that done, Ryu, what are you doing?
Uh, he he's likely wherever he is he'll be brooding over over the whole thing with Cicada and having to give up give up a couple days every month to Birdie because he's blaming himself basically.
Don't tell me that, because I'm gonna
Meh.
agree.
So you all see, Ryu looking rather distant and glum.
I
Yeah.
just give him a annoyed look, and then I
Fluffy
brush
hug.
past. I brush past them, and I go downstairs to go get a drink.
All right.
You're being hugged by a fluffy white thing.
Clara, what are you
I'm going
doing?
to and I'm going to vacate the premises in case she starts singing.
What were you going to say, Ryu?
I said, Clara, what are you doing?
You looked like you needed a hug.
I appreciate the thought, but just leave me be.
Okay.
All right.
She leaves with me.
Right. I imagine Cicada is there.
Hmm. What are you doing?
I'm gonna talk to Ryu.
Okay.
Is this about yesterday?
Cicada, are you all right?
I'm fine. It's not your fault.
If I hadn't stopped Jezebel, from, I mean, using, I stopped her. I stopped her because I knew I stopped her because I was poisoning the source just didn't feel right. I mean, there was good intentions involved, but just it didn't feel right. When I said that there had to have been a better way, you giving up a good chunk of your life to Birdie wasn't what I had in mind.
I'm sorry.
This is for and this is for the rest. This is for your entire life.
Kind of just shrugs.
That's 3 days a month that Birdie is going to take from you. That is a lot of time.
I'm okay with that. But Jezebel isn't okay with that.
I noticed. She, and for she's been, and she hasn't been talking to me since we came back from the source, and I don't blame her.
Me neither. Maybe he was right.
that man?
Birdie.
Right, how?
We shouldn't get attached.
Attached to what?
People.
That's easier said than done when you've... That's easier said than done when you've been and raised to care for others like I have my whole life.
We'll figure something out.
I hope so.
Maybe it won't be so bad.
Depends on what Birdie decides to do with you.
I'll talk to him later.
If he tries anything bad, I will stop him.
I can count on it.
Where's Korax?
Outside.
Probably looking at the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He gets up and leaves the inn.
I guess Cicada also leaves.
Alright. You all leave the inn. Your performance is quite amazing, Clara, but the town is
Yay.
rather concerned and they don't really have
Not
time
with-
for cheer when they're organizing parties to investigate the source.
Yeah, they are not in the mood. So yeah, like you know how we keep saying you need to eat to learn to read the room, Clara. This is what we mean.
She stops playing. You're saying they don't want to be cheered up then?
They are not in the mood.
Not that I don't appreciate the consideration, dear, but
They have bigger
I'm fine.
priorities. That's basically how one of them says it. Like, they appreciate you trying, but they just have bigger priorities than being entertained or relaxed. There's bigger things to take care of.
Okay.
There are just some situations that music and song can't. There's just some situations singing and music can't fix.
So, what do you guys do now?
Ew, I had something really mean to say to you, but I'm not going to say it. That's too mean.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, hit us! Give us some juicy character drama.
Oh. Well, first off, I'm going to order a drink.
okay. You get the best water the town has to offer.
Which is just like the ordinary water now.
Yep.
Fantastic. So no alcohol here. Great. I'm in an even better mood now.
There is alcohol, but you didn't specify what drink. You get some alcohol. Cost you
Get
a copper.
alcoholic drink. Okay, thank you. As I get the drink and I take a quick swig of it, I glance over at Ryu. I say, why not sing praises to your god? See if he answers you this time. And she walks away.
What does Alex have to do with this?
Nothing. Just the fact that when people finally put their faith in a deity they have no idea about or who doesn't listen, she stops herself as she just shakes her head and she takes another drink. She goes, never mind, leave it. I don't want to say that I'm going to regret. Again.
Alright.
So, Corax, we're getting a bit of feedback from your mic.
that better?
Hmm.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Seems to be. So,
Okay.
what do you guys do now?
Well, Korax is as Chlora predicted. Korax is at it is at the fountain, just like examining the water. Takes like
There,
a quick drink of it just to try it.
there is no water. The fountain's dried up, which is why they're making an expedition to figure out why the water isn't flowing upwards anymore.
Wait, what? But you said that. Wait, so the water it just was the source of the river?
There's underground water reservoirs, but they just have to dig down to get to the water now. They just have to make a well where the water was. The water was heading.
Okay.
The water was magical. It was heading up and spewing out of the fountain. Water doesn't naturally do that.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Okay, I get it.
They need to A, figure out why the water isn't coming, and then just B, make a well, and then they'll have access to the underground water.
Okay.
Anyway, they've gotten some people together, a few guards, that sort of thing, and they're heading out towards the caves to head down and see what the issue is, and the rest of them are starting to pile in buckets and all sorts of things to start digging a well in the meantime.
Right.
What do you guys do?
I think
You
we've
think-
helped enough.
I mean, when Ryu asked where I was, did you want to speak to me or?
I think that was the. I want to say that was the intent.
Alright, well, you find Korax at the well.
Korax.
Yeah.
Did we do the right thing?
I mean, what was the what was our alternative?
I know poisoning the water wouldn't have been right. I'd either, but cicada.
Well, and I think if you had gone with the other idea, you'd be asking yourself the exact same question, and you might have the death of an entire town on your hands.
I guess so. Was there even a right option?
And well, if you have to ask that, I find in general that if you have to ask yourself that question, just settle for the least bad option and hope that things turn out for the best.
Is that what you do?
It's gotten me through. It's gotten me this far.
You're always so confident in the You're always so confident in everything you do. Ooh, and you almost seem to know exactly what to do. Ooh, about a given situation. I just don't. I don't get it.
I'm glad I have one of us fooled. Like Korax laughs when you say that.
And I get there. There are some situations that you couldn't prepare for. No one could prepare for. But you're the one who seems to always have always have the solutions.
And I don't. And having us. And I don't have all the solutions. I can just think on my feet.
So I'm
It-
just. So I
I
just
mean,
spent.
well, uh,
So you don't. So you don't waste. You don't waste time second guessing yourself like I do.
and and, and, and well, oh, and by the time it occurs to me to question what I'm doing, it's usually too late. Too late. What good was second guessing yourself up on this now will accomplish nothing. It's done. This well, this fountain was going to stop one way or the other, and we did it in a way that minimized loss of life. Cicada uh, is gives her mind over to this patron of hers for a few more days, but that's not up to any of us. That's her choice, and she made it willingly.
The choice had. But the choice wouldn't have even have been presented to her, or if I hadn't stopped Jezebel.
And if you hadn't stopped her, Ryu, I would have. Poisoning an entire town is not an acceptable solution to anything.
All right then.
And since I've got you on your own anyway, there's something I want to say to you.
What?
Well, I'm sorry for that time I slipped alcohol into your drink. It was juvenile and impulsive of me, and I shouldn't have done it.
Oh, that. I forgot about that a long time ago.
Well, the truth is, I did it on a whim, and I was too embarrassed to admit it at the time. And you can't. And my family is, well, they're a powerful one within the Dominion. Growing up in a place like that, you're expected to act a certain way.
So you were raised to casual. You were raised to randomly spike people's drinks.
Well, I was taught to use poisons a lot, but no. Oh, I was I was raised to sit down, act perfectly polite in society, always follow the rules.
And you
Never.
got you got tired of it and wanted to do your own thing.
Well, I. This isn't the first time something like that has happened. You can only toe the line so much before something breaks. Of course, that's not. I mean, that's not why I'm out here. Of course, as I said, I'm out here looking for my antisocial brat of a little sister. But
I'd be happy to help.
But I do admit, being away from and being away from the pressures of the royal court, it's freeing.
I see.
Alright, so you guys have been chatting. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Well, long as we're here. Well, as long as we're in town, let's go see Mercy.
Cicada has the key.
No.
So you all
Let's
head
go get Cicada.
into the tavern and you ask Cicada to open the door. Cicada?
Of course.
So, the door is opened, and Mercy greets you with a warm and happy smile. Let me... let me just change the music. Alright, it appears that I need to refresh my browser to change the music, but, he greets you and he says, "Hello, welcome back. I have great news. We finally updated our stock. It
Only took you a century.
Yes, it only took us Hey, how do you know that?
My parents actually took me to the shop once when I was, and when I was, I think it was like 60.
Oh, right, you elves and your... Well, I mean, I can't really comment. I am immortal after all. Regardless.
Okay, insight, because at first I thought he was joking, but he keeps saying it.
He's telling the truth.
16.
He's telling the truth.
Divine sense.
What would a lich show up as?
Oh my god,
Undead.
undead?
Undead, then.
Korax's hand, like, he slowly draws his sword and then places it on the table. So what can you do with this?
Nice fake out.
Yeah, there's distrust now, but come on, Korax knows he can't take a lich yet.
Like he told you guys when you first entered the place that he made a deal with an undead lich to get immortality. It's not my fault you guys forgot.
I remember.
I remembered.
Anyway, I am still reloading the page, but here you go. Updated stock. If it showed. Hopefully it did.
I see it.
Good.
It looks exactly the same to me.
Really? Scroll down. I didn't change the potions and stuff. Like, some of it hasn't changed. I've only changed the magical items.
Love of catching things.
It looks the same to me.
You can't see the antitoxin or the healing weapon enchantment?
Under new stock?
I'm not seeing any new stock.
Refresh your page, because I don't think you're seeing it.
Yeah, I am not seeing it.
I think it's not reloading because you have been logged in since the previous game.
That might be it, yeah.
But there we go. So he has new stock from common to very rare. He has a few items that haven't changed, like you've still got the Wand of Identify. I made a list to give you guys an idea of the scroll pricing, so you guys can work out the price for whatever scrolls you want in the future more easily. And yeah, there's the list. You've got healing weapon enchantments, you've got striking, you've got charming, you've got flame tongue, plenty of sword enchantments. You've got some worn glamour studded leather armor, a once in a lifetime discount, goggles of night vision, gloves of swimming and climbing, gloves of missile snaring, and you've got, now this item is what I'm very proud of. You see, this is a treasure box, and he places down this ornately carved, mysterious box that has these protrusions and things that you can push in, and another thing will pop out, and it's a puzzle box. Now, I have no idea what's inside of this. I got given it but for a discount, and I thought it'd be fun to try and open it, but, well, I wasn't able to get it open, so now I'm selling it.
Seeing that mystery puzzle box just reminds me of my siblings' campaign and friggin' MacGuffin that he has there. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hmm.
Corey just looks at the puzzle box like, ooh.
It's only 10
And she's-
GP, and if you come back and tell me what was inside it,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's worn. Worn. So no +1 NAC. Yeah. No, I don't want it. Like.
there is proper glamour-studded leather armor.
Yeah, but
But-
like that's 1,000 gold, and I do not have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
I
could-
already know disguise self. The worn stuff is actually useless to me.
One at a time. But yeah, it's worn, which is why I'm able to give it at a cheaper price, basically.
Right.
Yeah, like you go first. I'm looking over stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna take the worn studded leather, because I need the extra boost of armor class. Even
it, says
if it's just a little bit.
it says you do not gain a +1 to AC.
I know.
She has
Okay.
leather armor though, so she still gets a buff.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, do remember that it requires attunement, I believe. But you can check that in the compendium. And yeah, he takes it and he says, "Now I believe you are a loyalty member, so you get a 10% discount. So 45 GP for you, my lovely dear.
Of course.
And it's all yours."
Okay. So it was 45, right?
Yes, because you are a loyalty member, you get a discount.
Yay! Okay, I just need to do math. Everybody else can go on.
Tell me, Mercy, the flame tongue enchantment. Can you do it in other elements as well?
Well, we can. However, the reason the flame tongue is the price that it is because it is fire. That makes the enchantment cheaper because quite a few things resist fire. I'm sure you understand.
Of course. How much more expensive would ice be?
Well, I believe the frost brand in. Yeah, Yeah.
A frost brand's not quite the same, though, is it?
No. I'm just thinking. Well, I would probably sell it for, say, another 50 GP.
Korax checks his pocket. Has anyone got 25 Drakes I can borrow?
25 what?
25 gold.
I just nonchalantly toss him 25. I'm like, here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. One ice tongue, please.
Very well.
You sure you pay me back, Corax?
And will do. When I'm not completely broke.
Now, I just have to double check this because I didn't plan for an ice-based weapon, so I have to quickly double check that that's not too much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Mhm.
ice. Ice is not significantly stronger than fire, so I can't. Like, the change shouldn't be too serious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's force or radiant damage, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be
Right.
fine. Alright.
Yeah.
You now have
Correct.
your ice tongue weapon.
Yeah.
Also, it
Like,
doesn't...
yeah.
Basically, when you... After he takes it back, he returns with it, and as you draw it, you see that blue flames flicker from the blade.
That's fine. Like, yeah, literally, I just want it to be ice because Korax favors ice magic.
Alrighty. But yeah, you now have basically a flame tongue, but it does cold damage instead.
That's perfect. Thank you very much. So, like, oh, and one other thing, I asked him to also engrave something in abyssal runes on the blade.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll let you all find. I'll DM you what it is, but I'll let you find out what the weapon. I'll let the rest of you find out what the weapon's called when we enter combat. And it's an abyssal, which only Korax understands in this group.
Yeah.
Okay. No issues there.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, how big is the box?
It's
That's probably something I should have kept in mind.
It's about the size of your hands. Like, I mean,
Okay.
it's bigger than your hands, but you can hold it with both hands easily.
Like Rubik's Cube size?
A little bit bigger, more like a jewelry box sized.
Okay. So Clara is like trying to solve this, and she asks, "So have you guys come to a decision about the identify thing?"
Might get it later.
Alright, now that I've got this up, I can start. Okay. So, does anyone else have any purchases they want to make?
I'm good.
So Clara says, "Well, if you guys aren't going to do anything for identify, I have almost enough for the wand.
Mhm.
If you wish to help, I just need 34 gold pieces."
Alright, really quick, guys. My screens are doing this weird thing they do again. So if I suddenly vanish or stop replying, that would be why, and I will be back shortly if it happens.
Okay.
Fine.
But yes, you guys wanted to get a wand of identify, or you can
Clara
get
wanted to get a wand of identify.
Actually, I have over 100 silver pieces. That could probably no, that's not enough.
That's 10 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other option was to get a scroll and have you learn it, right, Cicada?
Yeah, but I clearly don't have enough for the. Well, somebody could get the scroll, and I already have.
You did pay for the components already.
Yeah, I already have the components. You're right.
So it'd only be 100 GP, because Identify is a level 1 spell, I believe.
Yeah, it's a level 1 spell, but I don't have the money for it.
Clara gets it.
Alright, you now have a scroll of Identify.
She hands it to you.
Oh, thank you
Better
very
than
much.
not knowing what we're putting on.
Still need Pearl. Use it though.
Yes, the pearl is 110 GP, but it's still cheaper than the wand. Do you get that too, Clara?
I think I will.
Alright.
And then I'll just
Merge money.
sure. How much do you have?
I have 56.
You have 56? I'll just take 44 out of mine then.
Alright, then with that, you have finished your purchases and you now have a scroll of Identify. You have the pearl to identify with. Is there anything else you guys would like to get? There's plenty of wonderful items there.
Yeah, but I have no wonderful money, unfortunately. So
True. Ryu?
He's not gonna buy it. He's not buying anything.
Okay. Then I guess you guys are done?
And Clara is totally not distracted with the box.
Alright. Then with that... Also, Clara, during downtime, you can spend an hour or a couple of hours messing with it. And every time you decide to spend time, you just want to roll 1d100.
Okay.
Okay. With that done, you all bid farewell to Mercy. And what do you guys want to do now?
I'm going to transcribe this identify scroll into my spellbook.
Clara is totally not distracted.
Okay. So, you both do that, and you may roll your d100, Clara.
Okay.
You press down some things, push a few sliding bits, and you make no progress.
Okay.
So, anything else you guys do? By this point, it's
Think-
about, I'd say, midday.
I think we're good.
I'm buying a bottle of alcohol for the road.
Alright, that'll cost you about a gold.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm assuming you guys prepare to head out?
Yep.
You have your horses and all of that, as they were left at Eternia for you?
Mm-hmm. We're leaving our dark one behind because it catches fire.
Yes.
The chicken.
And you're not supposed to feed it after midnight.
Oh,
I was not aware of this detail. How am I supposed to know if it's past midnight?
It's a
Because I'm
joke.
underground.
It's a joke.
Yeah, I know.
there is one thing I do want to do real quickly before we head out, so to speak.
Yeah?
I look over to Ryu and Quarks for a second, and I go, "So, do you still want this devil woman to travel with you guys after what I did?"
And I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt for now.
Benefit of the doubt.
I don't
Clara
mind.
looks up for the box. What is she talking about?
Well, she did try to poison the town.
Oh. She goes back to the box.
So, you all head out?
Yep. To Manos.
You notice a considerably less music along your travels as someone is preoccupied with a box.
So, as you have horses and infinite food, you are all able to travel, and it's 5 days travel. I've marked it on the thing. You have 2 days until Birdie takes over, and 4 days until the Black Sun, if my maths is right. But, regardless, the journey is rather quiet and uneventful. Only the sounds of Clara poking away and prodding at the puzzle box without much success. You can roll 5d100, Clara, one for each day. So,
Woo!
you all head on your way. The journey fairly quiet. No luck.
Still no luck. I think you have to roll like a straight 100 in
You
order
do.
to get it.
You do. That's why it was 10 GP.
Oh boy. She's going to be on that for a while.
You all
Unless she gets extremely lucky.
You all move off of the road, through the laggy fields as my computer struggles, and you head, finally, seeing the city seeing the towns of Menos slowly approaching. It's another small town, nothing really big, though it's a little bigger than Eternia. It's similar to let's say Appalachian size. It's pretty sprawling and spread, and it's mostly farmland, but there's quite a few things around. And you're all wandering around the town, taking in the sights and all that. You head across, and welcome to Menos. A discerning eye, in the very distance, can likely see the person or elf that you were meant to meet up with, Ilnaith.
Why is he in a cage?
Being guarded by a man with a big helmet.
Huh?
Regardless, welcome to Menos.
Yeah, Cicada is immediately concerned.
So while Clara is messing with the box, she looks up, looks around, she's like, "Is there a reason he's in a cage?"
This should be an interesting
What?
story.
And then she gets back to the box.
Ryu.
As soon as Ryu sees this, he's immediately heading up heading up to them and calling out, "Hey, what is the meaning of this?"
As you guys... Sorry, go on, Jezebel.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. So as you guys approaching, you indeed hear the familiar sound of your elven friend speaking and whining at the guard. Fredwin, can't you just let me out? I told you it's a misunderstanding. They're not... They're just... Look, I know what I did was bad, and I'm aware of that, but I can pay for bail. Don't you want payment? I can pay you. Just, Frederick, come on, let me out. I need to go to the toilet. Yeah. I need some water. I can't really reach the water here, so can't you give me some water? Oh, Ryu, hi, could you give me a hand here?
What is going on?
Fredwin slowly turns towards them and just says, he's been locked up for a week for breaking and entering.
Breaking and entering?
Yep.
Huh?
Great-grandfather, is he telling the truth?
Admittedly, I did go about it the wrong way, but they refused my offer of money to allow me to enter their house and destroy the ruins underneath.
Ruin?
Oh yeah, the
So Clara
Shooting
face
ruins.
palms, but forgets that her palm had a box in it.
ow.
Ow.
You mean you found another hunter's den?
Yes, and it's underneath one of the more rich of the upper echelon of this place, and well, they wouldn't let me in, so I thought, well, I'll just sneak in quietly, and then I can get rid of the important bits, but keep most of the ruins, and well, now I'm here.
Oh.
Jezebel steps forward now, actually looking kind of interested, but she again brushes past Ryu without really looking at him, and she says, "Tell me about this hunter's den."
No more talking to the prisoner. You can wait until he's released.
When
You can't
will
stop
he
me.
be released?
We are his attorneys, my good sir.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
no.
can't. You can't stop me talking anyway. You have no magic.
We are his attorneys. He is entitled to legal counsel, is he not?
Counsel my ass.
Oh my god.
Hey, he's my great grandfather. I have every reason to be involved in this.
Yes, he does get. Oh, yes. Yes, as someone in prison, he is entitled to visitation, is he not?
He will be released tomorrow. And the guards have been increased around the mansion so that he cannot get in again. Oh. Elna's eye just slowly narrows. He says, "We'll see."
Elde, please.
He will
Where
be
is this
released
mansion?
in 2 days.
Elde.
Wait, did the day count just go up by one?
Yes.
Where is this mansion?
Is the guard authorized to do such a thing?
Pretty sure he is.
Oh, it's 123 Snobby Street.
God.
Okay. Well, what is the name? Who is this family that owns the house he tried to get into?
Mr. and Mrs. Cotton. And the guard just cuts Elnath off and says,
Let him speak.
"Under whose authority do you have the right? If you want to talk to him, go to the council or whatever. Can I just not
Okay.
guard the man for the 3 days that remain?"
Now hold on, that was 1 day initially.
And
I
then
can't
2
help but think
days.
that you're just making things up, dear.
Do you want me to make it full?
I think you need a nap, and I'm gonna cast sleep on this guy.
Oh god.
Oh,
Um,
right.
We're gonna
Alright.
get in so much trouble.
You
Right.
cast sleep on the guard, and a few other guards immediately spot you and begin to head in your direction.
There's other guards around.
Yeah, there's other guards around. He's just the
Okay,
one
yeah.
guarding
I
the
retract
cage.
that. That was not clear to me based on this. I thought it was just this guy.
I didn't want to make 50 tokens in a small area.
Okay.
Okay, no, like if it's more than him, yeah, like I thought it was just this guy.
It's a functioning town. There's more guards. It's just he's the only one currently guarding Elnath.
Okay. No, I get it, but like, you're gonna put us on a map. Maybe make it clear who's there.
You
In any
guys kind
case.
of approached right away and didn't give me time to set the scene.
Sorry. Maybe we should speak with the council.
Who is this council?
It's just a small rudimentary town council. You know, one of them decides what they farm for the year. One of them decides when they take a bath.
Oh, like a committee. Great.
Okay. All right. I think I've heard all I need to. So,
Let me mark the council on the map for you guys. It's
Right.
just the map is very laggy, so you'll have to bear
in
with
the
me.
meantime, DM question.
Yeah.
I am the heir to one of the Korax is the heir apparent to one of the most powerful elven families on Norheim. How much access to his family's money and his family's lawyers does he have?
Do you have your scroll of pedigree?
Okay, but like, yeah, but okay, but like as a practical matter, like could I withdraw plot money any from the bank?
In theory.
Could I contact the family lawyers? That's There's that sort of thing.
In theory, however, last I checked, you burned up your scroll of pedigree.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Gonna get. I mean,
Yeah.
I still got my signet ring, so I can still identify myself, but I'm gonna need to get another. I mean, I've still got my signet ring, so like, I'm not. I've still got that, but yeah, I'm gonna need to get another one of those next time I visit an embassy.
Right.
See,
You're just gonna go visit the council.
I will say
Yeah,
this. Like, even if you request money, it's not going to be a long process, and it's not a get out of jail free card.
Oh yeah, no, like I would. Yeah, like, oh yeah, like.
I just wanted to make sure
Oh yeah,
that
like.
you're aware there are limits to how much power you have.
Oh yeah, like I would. Like, I'm not gonna use it for frivolous stuff like buying new magic items. No, this would be plot money.
Anyway, I've marked the council. It's just to your right a little bit. Over here.
Hey, if anyone wants to come with Cicada, they can.
Ryu's gonna go with Cicada. I will get you out of this, Elnath, I promise.
Thank you. That would be great, cause well, those ruins won't destroy themselves. 5 days.
Oh my god, stop!
Okay, I'm beginning to think you're just making this up. And
I am. I'm a god. I don't have control over the length of his sentence.
Well, who knows? Town guard in a small mud hole like this. Who knows how formal things get. And Korak says as he's walking away.
Ryu goes up to the guard and tells him, I will be back for him.
I know. Hugo won't
Please.
let me forget it.
Please calm down, Ryu.
But yes, that's Fredwin. Pleasure to meet you. So, you all head to the building that they pointed out to you. It's a small little house, cottage, and it's just got like this small wooden carved sign that says Council. And as you enter, you find that
Wait, hold on. Sorry to interrupt. I'm very sorry, but before we go in, I'd like to talk with the group for a moment.
Well, let me finish describing the place, and then you can go in, okay?
Okay.
So, the doors are open, and you can see that most of the building is hollowed out to allow for a large little sitting area and a small table with a couple of doors likely leading to small offices and that sort of thing. And at the desk is just this tired woman with curly hair just currently asleep.
Okay.
You know, pillow and all resting on the pillow on the table, and okay, I'm done. You can talk now.
Okay, so, guys, real talk. They put Elnath in a cage because he said he was trespassing and wanted to destroy the ruins.
Oh no, they put him in a cage because he did trespass.
He trespassed. He trespassed and was planning on destroying the ruins, is what I meant to say. So,
I mean, that's what happens when you break into someone's house.
Yeah.
So-
that.
Action is always when you get caught breaking into somebody's house.
Well, yeah.
So-
that.
we tell them just want to visit.
Will
That's
they buy
it.
that?
So Clara has this random thought, and she's like, "Just I'll be right back."
Okay.
And she goes over here, and she asks the guard, "Can I give the prisoner something to occupy his time?"
I have a feeling you're going to do it even if I say no.
Doesn't hurt to ask permission.
She goes over to Elnath, and she's like, bought this interesting box from Mercy. I want it back when you're done. Back later. You got it? And then she like hands it to him.
Fascinating.
I haven't figured it out yet. So
Yeah.
have fun figuring it out.
You'll have a go at it, but regardless, is that all?
Yep. And then she returns to the group.
Alright, back to the matter at hand. What do you guys want to do?
Tell them just want to visit. That's it. We're cartographers.
We we would like to request visitation, and we're associates of his, and we do really need to talk up with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. But no mention of destruction. Period.
Okay. Are you guys
Are we going in?
Uh,
Not entirely sure this is such a flawless plan, but I guess I'll follow your lead.
It's worth a shot.
So you will enter the council?
Yeah.
Alright. You enter and you find the sleeping secretary slumbering away with a pillow tucked on the table. She's totally gonna ruin it back.
Excuse me. Is she actually
Can I-
saying Z?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Is there a sleep apple I can poke?
What?
You know, like those, like in like anime when they're asleep and there's they.
No.
No.
Okay.
She kind of knocks on the table gently.
Z.
Are you even
Snore.
asleep?
Snore. Z.
yeah, Korax gives like a loud horse whistle in her ear.
Ah, Christ, Jesus. No, wait,
I
not
was gonna
Jesus.
slap my hand
I
on
don't
the
know how to
desk.
do that in real life. Okay, so and hello,
What
Hello,
would be
secretary.
the right size? Platinum dragon. Sure, that's what she says. The platinum dragon.
Yes, there's and yes, praise be. There's a prisoner in a cage on the docks, and we need to talk to him.
Well, go and talk to him.
Your guard is being difficult. Call him off.
She reaches under the desk and pulls out some paper, slaps it down, and then says, Frederick, let them talk. Secretary Schwan. Z. Alright, here you go. Anything else?
I was thinking of
have a good sleep, secretary. Get your rest.
well, I was thinking of visiting the nobleman's house and
Okay, so quick question, other question. Like, do I have any idea what nobleman this might be?
I should clarify, when they said noblemen, they're not nobles, they're just better
rich people.
off than the rest of the town. Like, they have a larger building. They're not nobles, they're just people who
They're
live
just
in
rich.
the upper. Yeah, rich.
They're just rich. Either way, do I know them? Like, would I know the upper crust of this town? I mean, I doubt it, but just off chance.
Roll history.
Yeah, because if I do, we might be that might come in handy.
I'll give you a chance. Roll history.
Yeah. That's a +1, so let's go. No.
Nope.
This is way too far north for any diplomatic diplomacy I would
Sorry.
have been a part of.
You know,
Yeah,
your
like,
father
I
briefly brought you here, but it was so boring and droll. It was when you were very young, and
yeah,
yeah,
which was again like that was 150 odd years ago. So
Yeah.
I was wondering if I could visit them.
yeah, like hell, I mean,
sure.
honestly, the
Knock on their
original
door and ask if you can talk to the people that
tell
live
them
in.
you're spreading. Tell them you're spreading the good news. That always gets a good reaction.
Just go to their place and knock on the door, and if they're home, they'll answer.
Okay.
What do you think we are,
She's-
nobles?
Just
Jezebel
kind of shrugs.
Jezebel gives a grin at Korax.
No, I don't.
Alright. I guess that's it. I don't think the
Yeah.
council is going to assist in this matter, so...
Oh, they've given us all the assistance we need. Korak says, just like holding up the piece of paper.
The lady just gives a wave and then says, "Call me if you need any more service, but please don't." And then she floods back into the pillow.
Good night.
I just like give her a quick clap on the shoulder. Rest well, secretary. And I head back, and I just like as I pass by Frederick, I just like shove the paper in his face without even looking at him, and then I'm like, all right, so Elnith, now what did you say their names were again?
He just sighs. The guard just sighs and almost begrudgingly steps slightly to the side. Air quotes.
I mean, I'm already
polite.
past him, so
No,
that's it.
I know you're past
but-
him.
Yeah, like,
I know you
Yeah, like-
passed him. That wasn't what I was getting at. Can I finish?
oh, okay, yeah, go on.
He steps to the side in begrudging politeness, to give you some space to talk.
Oh,
There.
okay.
Okay?
Like I'll take grudging because I don't like the attitude you've been taking this whole time.
Please try not to interrupt me.
Sorry.
So,
Anyway.
Elnath looks over and then says, "Well, they're, Mr. and Mrs. Poppycock."
Poppycock.
And what
Yeah.
can you tell us about them?
Well, they were some of the first few residents of this town, and because of that, they were able to buy a lot of the farmland that is currently used and rent out and pay people to farm the land, and that has made them able to basically live very well-off lives, even this many generations down. And one of their most unknown but secretly known exploits is the fact that they used to be exotic hunters.
Oh.
I'm just having. I'm just having like a something awful just occurred to Korax, and I'm like, exotic. No, he wouldn't. It's not important right now.
Jezebel
Yeah.
looks interested as her tail sways behind her. Really now?
I don't
They
know
have
if the current generation takes part in it, but I do know that a few generations back they did partake, and all I wanted to do was go down there and ensure that future generations can't access the knowledge that they have hidden down below. But apparently that's a crime around here.
Well, I mean, really, I mean,
I know.
Breaking into someone's house is technically a crime.
Okay, so you'll see. Now, what? When you went to wizard school, what was your specialty?
Oh, my specialty? Well, I suppose you could say conjuration.
Yes, well, well, I mean it's that's not a very good way to sneak in. Like, and you wouldn't like obviously magic that let you remain hidden would be more useful. But I'm sure nobody here would think of you, eh, 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 think of doing such things eh, things and as sneaking in.
If they have, if they have it, if they have the means to bring back the fox hunts, then why haven't all this time? Why haven't they been? Why hasn't it all been dealt with? If that information became taboo 100 years ago.
I don't understand. What do you mean snake in? I don't have access to invisibility. I rolled intelligence just for the heck of it, and Elnath got a 5.
Oh,
Don't worry about don't worry about it. How far in did you get?
Well, I managed to get in. You know, first I tried the polite way. I asked to get in, I talked to them, and when I told them I wanted to dismantle any sort of hunting appliances or apparatus they have, they immediately ushered me outside, and that was the end of it.
You
Oh.
are much too blunt, my dear friend.
So then I tried sneaking in, and well, they had a guard dog. His name was Pooples.
Okay, so you didn't get very far then.
I do know where the stairs down to get down to them are.
Where are they?
However, I have a
Wait.
sneaking
The dog was Pooples or the dog is Pooples?
Yes.
named.
Okay, so this sounds like a me and Jezebel mission. Never mind. Continue.
I do know that there are stairs going down, and that I am fairly certain either the entrance or either they are down there or the entrance to get to them is down there. It is my hope that they haven't been being used, as again the laws have changed. However, there is always a chance this far out the laws aren't exactly enforced.
Right. Well, in any event, Mr. and Mrs. Poppycock, they go out about the town, right?
Oh, occasionally. I don't know quite much about them. I was only in town for a little bit before I got captured. You guys have been gone for quite a while. I started investigating on my own and...
Yeah. Well, oh, okay. Well, okay. So, is there any other information you can give us about the inside of the mansion?
Where is it at?
He already gave you the address.
Okay.
Yeah.
It gives you some basic, like, layouts and rundowns of what he saw and where rooms were. And, let me just roll just to check here. Would that be intelligence? No, it'd be intelligence. Okay.
Okay.
So he gives you a pretty good laydown of what the mansion looks like and where everything is. And he also mentions smelling the faintest whiff of blood.
Oh.
Something unsavory. Well, if they. Okay, so. Oh, not necessarily undead, but blood. Okay, we can. If they do turn out to be maniacs, we go loud. But for now.
If you do go loud, at least remember to get me out, because if something happens, they're going to come for me.
Of course, but well, if we, well, I think it'll
Well, I'm interested in seeing what exactly they hunt, so let's go. Jezebel says as she
But
goes
hold on,
starts to head towards
hold on. We need. And we're still in the information gathering stage.
And we're also wasting time, dear. I really want to see what these hunters hunt.
Well, yes, but first we also need to to check out but let's give this a couple of let's give this some time though. Like let's case the house first.
Recon.
See their in and out routine. See when the
What do
guards
you-
shift.
Really
What do you
quick-
think I'm gonna do, dear? Just march in there? Of course not. That's what I'm doing.
Oh,
So
that
while you
was
guys
just
talk,
stand up.
I'll
also-
go do that.
I'd also like to tail of the poppy cucks around if at all possible.
Then I'll take the match in. Easy there.
Yeah.
And then she just starts to walk.
Elnath
Okay.
raises his hand.
Yes.
Well, I almost forgot to mention, they had this thing called a shotgun.
What?
It was this weird mechanical apparatus with they almost look like telescope holes.
Or pistols.
Which you look through, but they had one of the entrances was blocked off. I'm not sure what it was about, but yes, they called it a shotgun.
Sounds like
Sound- Sounds like a blunderbuss to me. Let's go.
Alright. So, Jezebel,
Mm-hmm.
we go in, say that we're exotic hunters, as Elnath said, and we just have them give us a tour.
Oh, now that's an idea, dear. I am a hunter after all myself, too. She kind of glances at her back a little bit. Not sure they're going to notice the symbol, but perhaps I could give it a shot. She kind of mumbles to herself, and she goes, I like this idea, dear. I'll say you're mine. And she gives her a hug, acting like her usual self again.
Aww. Okay.
So, anything else you wish to ask Elnath? For you, Cora?
Alright, have you had any success with that box?
No, not yet. It is quite a puzzling puzzle.
what was your question again, Lala?
Did you have anything you wanted to ask Elnath?
I'm trying to think of something.
Oh, you can always
Oh.
ask him later.
Yeah, we have the clearance for it now, so I wouldn't have to deal with the guard that was being annoying and stopping us. So you can always ask him later.
Fredwin, could I have another drink? Anyway, I'm assuming you guys all begin to head to the manor.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think Clora or Ryu could ever pass for big game hunters. Like, they just not that kind. Like, but yeah, the three of us will go. Like, this
Alright.
is a stealth mission.
Now, before we do, I'm going to go around the corner for a moment,
Okay.
and I'm going to use that glamored studded leather armor
Yeah.
to pass myself off as a hunter.
Okay.
It's like giving myself typical hunter's attire.
Sure. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you just. So, you all see Cicada go behind a wolf briefly, and when she returns, she's wearing gear nearly identical to Jezebel, but just green in color.
What do you think?
Ooh. Very nice, dear. You look quite stylish.
Stylish.
You two look like you two look like you could be hunting partners.
She just gives Ryu a bit of a passive stare, and she goes, Sure. And then turns around, looks away from him.
I also want to mention, don't forget that you have 2 days until Birdie takes over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which means we gotta make this tour quick.
Yeah, we need to get. Yeah. Yes, we. Yes, I'd rather get this done before then.
Alright. So you head towards the manor. You find that just as they stated, the guards have been amped up quite a bit. There's like 10 different guards doing patrols, a few people in watchtowers keeping an eye out. There's a dog running around.
Puppy.
We don't know the name, remember?
You approach the door and you give it a knock, and you come face to face with the front end of the shotgun that Elnath mentioned, as a man answers it and keeps it pointed at you as he says, "What do you want?"
Jezebel
Nice
stares.
blunderbuss.
She stares in awe at the weapon. She goes, "What is that?"
It's a blunderbuss.
I didn't ask you, dear.
Blunderbuss is an earlier model. This is a shotgun, specially imported from a distant island.
What's a shotgun?
Fascinating.
This is. What do you
Well,
want?
I'm gonna look really interested because she really is interested in it. She goes, "Oh my goodness!"
We are exotic hunters. We like to see. Maybe give us a tour.
Do you hunt using these? Look at this thing.
No, it's illegal.
Oh, that is such a shame. Look how beautiful it is. Can you show me how it works?
He slowly lowers the weapon, but still gives you all a suspicious look. So, here's how we think. You can roll one person, you can each roll persuasion, or one person can roll with advantage.
Well, I was gonna roll deception.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Deception or persuasion, either one works.
Well, would you say we are trying to pass ourselves off as someone that we are not?
Deception or persuasion, whatever one works. Just pick what you
Yeah.
No, but DM, this is important.
Yes,
would you say
deception. Roll deception.
No, but this is an important question. Are we trying to pass ourselves off as someone we are not?
You are, yes.
I'm not.
Well, then I have advantage on that anyway, because I have the actor feat.
Okay.
15.
Jezebel, roll. Okay.
I really want to see the gun work.
With a slow movement, he steps back and then calls out to someone and he says, "Hey wife, they say they're exotic hunters. And you believe them?" Don't think so. They wouldn't be sprouting it in the middle of the street. But, might as well see what they want. Give them a tour. Who knows? They could just be idiots.
Oh, we both certainly are that.
Very well. So he opens the door and lets you all inside to the large manor.
No trouble.
He then explains how a shotgun works, but I don't know how it works, so just insert shotgun explanation here. I'm Australian. I don't have guns.
It's like a regular gun, but lots of small metal balls instead of a bullet.
As it stands, you are given the grand tour of the place, and you're able to see mounted heads all over the place. There's mounted heads of all different creatures, some looking a little more humanoid than you might like. There's various weapons put in display cases. There's awards given for achievements in taking down giant beasts. And there's pictures of people holding big game up and, standing beside their catch and all of that. One of them being an orc. And then you're brought into the living room, past some stairs leading downwards, and you're given some
Can I have
tea.
I have a question.
That's
Was
great,
it orc?
but wait until I'm finished.
Okay.
You're not here.
So you're brought,
out of character question.
guys. So you're brought into the living room and given some tea and sit down as they discuss the family's exploits and exotic fights. Now, what did you want to know, Clara?
I was just curious about the picture. Was the orc participating, or were they being lifted?
There's both.
Okay, good to know.
Anyway, you all sit down and they let you sip your tea. What do you do now?
He's enjoying the tea.
Jezebel looks actually very interested. She's like, "You have so many awards. Look at all these awards."
And
Well-
I actually, interesting fact, everyone. And I didn't know it was going to come in handy, but when making the LSA family, Korax and Rudy's brother is actually a pretty big hunting nut. I didn't know this would come in handy, but Korax can actually follow and participate in this conversation to a limited extent because, as of years of listening to his brother rambling.
So can Jezebel.
Anyway. Yeah, well, our family's been around these parts for a while, and this far northeast, you don't get a lot of the, the traditional rules that typically follow this sort of thing. It's just, if there's something dangerous, you take it out, and the town gives you praise for it. So, yeah. While we kept the farms going as our main business, we've had a side business of taking out various beasts and dangerous critters that tend to roam around these parts.
You ever
Are
been to
some
the
of the
Valley
ones-
of Life and Death?
Are some of the ones on display that you have some of the exotic ones you've hunted?
Some of them, but again, the laws have changed and we've had to change what we hunt to reflect that.
True. We don't want to get in trouble
Still,
or seen by the wrong people.
Still, we hold out hope that the laws will change and allow our old business to become legal again.
Ooh, business.
Tell me, have you ever been to the Valley of Life and Death? Ever hunted there?
Yes, we take vacations there fairly commonly.
Yeah, my little brother is actually set up out on a trip there a few months ago. He said, he was very eager to hunt the fleeceman lion.
Yes. Sounds to me like your brother. Blonde hair. Like you, yes.
That would be most of my family, yes.
You wouldn't happen to be an LSA, would you?
As a matter of fact, I am.
The man then smiles and gives a hearty laugh as he says, "Ha! That old Adjujan." Oh, how do you say the name? Adjun?
Adjun.
Adjun. That old Adjun. Always causing trouble, eh? Yeah, he came by this
Yes.
way. We showed him our place and we showed him our collection even. He brought us back a trophy. He won the competition we all went on, but well, can't win them all.
And yes, yeah, well, he's been and he has quite literally been honing his art for more than a century.
Yes. And we've been honing ours for many centuries. Still. We're looking forward to the coming year when we host it all again. I'm thinking I will bag one of the bigger beasties and Show him how it's done.
And maybe. And
Would you
okay,
like to
so
see our collection?
Yes,
of
please.
course.
Yes.
Now, and okay, but DM question outside the conversation: how close to the secret entrance are we right now?
Well, it's not really a secret entrance. There's just a stairway going down, and you pass by it on your way to the living room. In fact,
Okay.
as they
Which room
rise, you are starting to head in that direction, and they actually begin to lead you down the stairs.
I was about to say they're going to take us down there. Just hold on.
Oh boy, here we go. Try not to do anything dumb.
So, you head down the stairs, and you pass by little things that have been displayed, like pieces of paper detailing the proper way to harvest organs and collect certain pieces from various animals. And yes, there is indeed one section on kitsune.
Oh jeez.
And
Yep.
you turn the corner and you see various stuffed creatures, including a female kitsune with long flowing hair and 8 tails.
Oh god.
Oh.
It's a good thing Ryu isn't here. He'd be freaking out.
Jezebel looks at this in awe as she slowly walks over towards it, observing it closely.
Yeah, that's
Korax has just got a Korax is poker face as they come right now.
yeah, that's a legendary kitsune. They have powers, and their power grows as they gain more tails. The tails even have healing properties. You pop one of those little hairs off there, and you can increase the potency of potions and other various tinctures.
The fact you actually managed to catch one? Oh my goodness, I've always wanted to catch one. She looks actually pretty excited, and she looks to the hunter in awe. She goes, "You're my
Like-
hero."
Lady, we didn't capture just one. We captured many.
How many?
This was back when they were more populous, of course, and nowadays you can't find a good kitsune if you track all the way across the continent. But
You two did this personally, did you?
no, it's just our family. The kitsune aren't really available in our current century, but well, I'm sure once the stocks replenish, we'll be able to catch our own. Though
Wait,
it
so
might
you
be a
didn't
few
catch this one?
generations. Our ancestors did. When we say we mean our family.
So you've
Yeah.
had this for so long? Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous.
Perfectly preserved, as you can see.
I could get a picture with this, a painting or drawing. Oh, I can't believe I'm actually seeing one with my own eyes.
And if you look right down there, we've actually got, I don't think you all would remember it, but there was an outbreak of dinosaurs, couple centuries ago, where, some...
That I did hear about some kind of commotion in the guild of the forest drove them all out.
Yeah, so, we've actually got, a stuffed one of them back there. I don't think we were able to complete the collection, but, well, we made quite a big dent. I think we're missing only a couple of the ones that were seen.
So you haven't run into any others with tails like these? Kitsunes, right? Yeah. Not recently?
No, not recently, but, well, maybe once the laws relax, we can see about sending a couple of our future generations out and looking for them. Again, when I say we mean the entire family. We're actually quite widespread.
Would friends
Of
be
course.
included? She gives him a pleading
Of course.
look. I've always wanted to catch one.
If we find any, I will let you know and you can join us on the hunt. These sorts of hunts are always a big competition.
Oh my goodness. She claps excitedly and she goes and she offers her hand. She goes, "Thank you so much."
I've actually heard rumors of a kitsune in the area, but our sources haven't finished coming back from it yet. They believe it to be just somewhat west of here, from what we heard. Though, again, this was just a sort rumor. We have yet to confirm it.
Ooh.
We gotta go to-
Oh, God.
She leans close to him. She goes, "From hunter to hunter, would you please? I would really be grateful if you were to share the information for me. And of
Aye.
course, I gave you information for my own hunts I've done as well.
Course. Hunters gotta stick together.
Of course." And she motions to the feather on her head. This is the only souvenir that I've gotten from my recent hunts, and it's a Arakaka feather.
I see. He leans forward a bit intently and he says, would that Arakokra happen to be related to a certain type of dragon in any way?
Maybe. She gives a grin.
Yes, I think we will need to converse more about where you exactly found that feather in the future.
Oh, of course. After all, hunters got to stick together.
Well, that is the end of our tour. It has been a pleasure having you, but we must start getting ready for supper.
Understandable. And hopefully,
What? What are they having for dinner?
look.
They haven't
You don't
made
know.
it.
Cannibals.
They haven't made it yet, so you don't know. Like, the kitchen's still empty. They just made tea.
Right.
Cicada
Oh.
doesn't want to know.
Yeah, understandable, but we would thank you so much for this opportunity to see all these amazing hunts and your souvenirs. Oh, someday I wish to have a souvenir place just like this.
I'm sure you will, ma'am. And you're as welcome to add to our collection. We've got quite a few strapping men who are, of the age.
Oh, please call me Jezebel. Jezebel Vendetta.
Jezebel it is then. With that, they usher you up the stairs and they follow behind you, turning off the lights. And they bring you back to the entrance and they bid you farewell.
Okay, once you're out of the door, they close the doors. Cicada just breathes out.
So Korax allows his eye to twitch just a little bit underneath the smile. So, here's my plan. We wait for them to leave the house. We wait for them to leave the house. Once we're out of earshot, we wait for them to leave the house. Those of us who can move quietly, or turn invisible, will do so. We sneak in, and we bribe the dog. We bribe the dog with a stake, and then we set the entire place on fire from the basement up.
Are you sure that's wise, dear? Jezebel says, giving a knowing smile. You did see who's down there, correct? You truly want to burn down an entire place with somebody that obviously is related to somebody we know? Do you think he will agree to this?
It's taxidermied.
They're not alive.
But did you not hear his explanation? The tails are still valuable. They're not alive, but they can still be effective.
You can steal them before we set the fire if you want.
That's not my point, dear. Did you also not hear what he said before? They have information on probably another somewhere else, and it's not Elneve here in the city.
It's for you.
Perhaps, but also somebody else could also be around there too. And as you told me before, dear Corax, information gathering. We need more info. I have now made a friend, and I for one, am very interested in hearing what he has to say.
Hmm.
So, if I may ask, before you torch anything, allow me to get to know my new friend a little more better.
Okay, fine. You can do that. Like, if they and their and presumably the rest of their family do have a beat on anyone else, we need to know who they are so we can warn them.
Exactly.
Okay,
Can't just go torch a place and then all of a sudden have them run and disappear. And if we were to kill them, we can't get any more information out of them. He has information that I would like.
That's fair. Okay, you get sorted on that. I'm gonna go warn Ryu to get out, to take Elnath and get out of the town right on as soon as possible. They are not safe in here.
That might be making us. And that might have him. That might be an issue because we're gonna have to either split up or get a rude disguise. But a little advice, dear Cracks, I would probably hold the information about who is actually in that basement for just a little while longer until I get all the information I want out of my new friend.
I don't intend to tell him anything about that. If we do, he might just try and go confront them himself. And that's the last thing.
Exactly. And then look to Cicada with the apologetic smile. That means it's you, dear Cicada. Please please try not to tell him anything until I get the information I need.
Okay.
Once I get what I got, then we can go ahead and torch the whole place if you like. As sad as I am to see so many souvenirs destroyed in that house.
Blood souvenirs, all of them.
Still, souvenir. I always love to try to keep souvenirs of my own, which is why I have this lovely feather. But fortunately, it's the only one I've been able to keep.
We can steal their dog and be your souvenir.
Oh, you can have the dog. The dog's normal. I want something that's unique. Like Cicada, I say, and I give her a hug.
Oh, good, you're back to normal. I'm gonna go warn Ryu.
You do that. And then I look to Cicada, and I'm like, dear Cicada, we should talk about the next couple of days when the black sun comes.
Okay.
As much as I want to get my information, I also do remember you tend to disappear. Let's see if we can fix that. Maybe we should get you a bell. No, maybe I should tie you around my waist.
I'll talk to Birdie.
Oh, okay, so when I get there, I assume that that Chlora is probably making life miserable for Fredwin.
If Fredwin decides to be annoying, she probably is.
Sorry, muted. I figured they would probably be busy trying to figure out the puzzle box.
Oh, that's true. She's too busy with the puzzle box, I'm sorry.
Well, don't you have to roll a thing for that?
No, it's not been long enough.
Yeah, well. Okay, it's like march right up to you. Okay, Ryu, you need to get out of town right now. Elnath, as soon as you get free, you join him.
Yeah. Why is that?
So, we've been inside the Poppycock house. They were all too happy to... We posed as exotic hunters, and they were all too happy to give us the tour. We've been inside the temple, and it was full of trophies.
Yes.
You don't want to hear... You don't want to hear... you don't want to hear any details, but they're not hunting Kitsune right now. But they're tracking them, waiting for the day when there's and they've built their numbers back up, as it were.
Yes, which is why we have to burn down their knowledge of it.
Yes, we're working on that, but the thing is, they've found one, and we don't know who it is. Jezebel wants to get that knowledge from them before we destroy the place, so we can warn them and silence everyone who knows.
Very well, but we are running out of time unless you wish to do it after the Day of Black Sun.
And I don't know how long it's going to take. That's going to be up to Jezebel. In the meantime, you two need to get out of town as soon as possible.
Well, I'd love to, but I'm currently attached to the ground here.
Well, you'll be out tomorrow, and Ryu, you need to go now before they realize that there's a Kitsune in town.
Chlora blinks for a moment. Wait, did he say it was like 5 days?
He wasn't being serious, but Korax definitely is.
Oh, okay. Just double checking.
Korax, you have to promise me we will take care of them.
As soon as Jezebel has the information we need, we are going to burn that entire house down.
All right. Thank you.
Out of curiosity, can the guard hear this?
Yes.
Oh, one of the guards could probably hear this, right?
Um,
He's just standing there watching you all.
this is out
It's
of
good
your
that-
jurisdiction, guardsman. You understand that, yes?
I'm just here to guard.
Good, you're not here to listen then.
You didn't
This is
hear
why-
anything?
This is why we need to learn about the art of private conversation, which means private and not in the open, dears.
You will need to roll insight, correct?
16?
Yeah, he's heard every single word and he is digesting that information. Thinking of how he can
Well, then
best
let's-
use it to screw you all over.
Please don't. Oh
Well-
no.
Eh,
I won't tell a soul, sir. As far as I'm
Insight on-
concerned, I didn't hear anything.
Is he telling the truth?
No, he's lying. He's just trying to get you to stop crying. Like I told you, he is trying to figure out a way to ensure that he can get you all back for the chaos that he's had to deal with.
Now, let's not be so hasty, shall we?
Mm,
I'm going to smile at the guard and I'm going to say, how about I offer you something in exchange for being quiet?
I'm listening.
Have you ever heard of the waters of Eternia?
Yes.
Have you ever tried them before?
No, I value my sanity. Thank you very much.
Oh, don't worry. I've been in the waters and I'm fine.
Debatable.
Very well. Well, this what happens. I actually have a little vial myself that I managed to collect. Did you happen to hear about the fact that Eternia's waters actually dried up?
I did not.
Indeed. So that means the whole city there no longer has the fountain of youth, so to speak. So that means that this little bottle here might actually get quite a price. Don't you think?
He considers it for a moment, and he seems to be actually considering your advice. So it's a rare item.
Indeed. I mean, the Eternia's waters were well known, and all of a sudden, they are no more. And we know for certain that they're definitely not going to have that water anymore. It's completely dried up. So I'm pretty sure a couple of Eternias might become a little desperate. And I have actually plucked this myself and actually tested it too. Thanks to my lovely assistant here, Cicada.
She waves.
Just so you know, and I'm giving you vital information so that way you know how this works. This is actually a gentle repose spell.
Roll persuasion for me.
Please.
He takes it and then quietly turns away. I didn't hear anything.
That's the
Is he telling
boy.
the
Thank you
truth
so
this
much.
time?
Yeah.
Pleasure
you can
doing
roll-
business with you.
You can roll insight. As far as he's concerned, it's not his problem.
It's no longer his problem now.
Pleasure doing business with you, dear. And remember, be very careful. You don't want that to break. That is very special.
Right.
All right, now let's go. Okay, so, right, Ryu, out of town. On Elnath, out
Thorax?
of town tomorrow.
Maybe stop talking for a little bit, please. I don't have anything else to give anybody.
Wait, we've already been through all this. You two know what to do. Let's get somewhere private.
Attaboy.
So, Cicada, you had something you wanted to do?
Just talk to Birdie, yeah.
Alright, I'm assuming you go somewhere quiet and I'm guessing you guys get in rooms and all of that.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as we're private, okay. Well done, Jesse. I was about to threaten him and hope that worked.
You are so lucky you had me. I swear, Korak. I wanted to smack you over the head.
Okay.
And
And I thought I had a big mouth.
Guys,
Can some?
he-
Sorry.
and I
guys,
had assumed a little courtesy would be in order.
Korax,
Guess I was mistaken.
guys, Cicada.
All right. Can someone pay for my room, please? Because I am broke.
So am I.
Let's see.
So
Ryu is not in the city anymore then?
no, he's not. So the rooms will cost you, let's say, 2 gold to get the rooms. They're fairly plain and simple, but you know, they'll do. And
I got it.
Cicada, you sit down to talk to Birdie, yes?
Yep. I
Alright.
guess I can use my double to make this a lot easier.
If you wish.
Okay.
Alright. So you sit down in the chair and you summon your double. Birdie quietly looks at you.
So, 3 days, huh?
Indeed. As agreed upon.
Can't really argue with that. So, just out of curiosity, are you going to do anything crazy for these next 3 days? Or...
I have business with this world and I intend to see it out.
But nothing that's going to cause any trouble around in this town, right?
That will depend on where my quandary is.
You know, you never really told me about what your end goal is. I'm curious. I'm guessing he's not going to yet.
I'm just thinking of what he would say in response. Does that information truly matter? My goals are my own. It does not change the pact we have made.
True, but my friends here, they don't trust you at all. Not like I do.
I do not require their trust to see about my business.
I just want to reassure them that you're doing the right thing.
He seems to consider that for a moment and glance towards the door where he knows a certain someone is listening in. And then he says, "Tell your friends to watch what I do. And find out for themselves what my goal is."
Okay.
Will that be all?
I guess that's it then.
Very well. And your double disappears.
Well, you can come in.
Jezebel opens the door and looking a little wishy goes, busted.
How much did you hear?
She shrugs, just like nodding, like, enough.
Yeah.
I do apologize for eavesdropping, dear. I couldn't quite help myself.
I'm sorry too.
For what?
For Birdie.
She gives a big old sigh as she looks up where she goes, You have nothing to apologize for, dear. Unfortunately, past experience anyway, has said that I'm afraid I don't quite trust higher powers, so to speak.
So I heard.
I guess let's just say that I've been let down by a lot of these higher powers to where I'm afraid they've no longer gained my trust.
Hmm.
Now, compared to you all here, I actually do trust you all because you've proven I can. But those who have either broken that trust or have not proven that trust, I'm a little harsh to, I guess. And it's not directed at you, I'll say that much. But as Birdie said, it's better to actually be shown that I'm wrong and I can trust somebody rather than just have words.
Okay.
So I will do as Birdie suggests, and I will see for myself in these next couple of days when Black Sun comes just what exactly he wants with you. Or your body, so to speak.
Alright. As long as you're okay.
I trust you, Cicada. Birdie is still up for debate. So, which I probably should have done before, and I do apologize for that, I will put my faith in you and see exactly where your faith in this Birdie takes you.
She nods.
Good. She says with a smile, and then she looks off for a second. She goes, pretty sure I probably should have also apologized to Foxy later. But I guess we'll wait until after this situation is handled, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, she says, pointing her finger up, I'm not apologizing for what I did. I would have done it, even if it meant poisoning the whole town. We would have found a way to stop the poisoning. I did it because somebody was suffering. And rather than have them continue to suffer, I'll do whatever it takes, just like you did, even if I'm seen as the bad guy.
So, I did it because someone was suffering.
But still, dear, I want you to also remember, she points right at her beak and pokes it, your
Right.
life is just as valuable as someone else's. So don't go taking away your own lifespan for someone else's sake. Value your life. It is important. She says, like, dead serious. Like, she wants Cicada to value her life. Understood?
Understood.
Good.
Thank you.
She says, she says, looking satisfied, and then she'll grab Cicada in a hug, and then take her to bed. She goes, sleep with me. Time for bed. And she cuddles up to Cicada, holding her close, and then starts to fall asleep.
Ah. I guess Cicada also falls asleep eventually. But she's glad that Jezebel is actually a lot more caring to her than she realized.
Alright. So, Korax, Chlora, and Ryu, feel free to start talking now.
Alright, with everything that's been said, Ryu just sighs and tells Korax. Alright. I'll trust you, Korax. I'm sure you... I know... Well, you'll do everything in your power. I'll know you'll do everything in your power. I'll know you'll do everything in your power. To keep my people safe, like you've done with so many others before.
Alright. That's my job, literally. Right now, it's your turn to stay safe.
I know. To be honest, I thought I was safe all the time with Alex watching over me, but ever since the Underdark, I found out that even he has his limits.
And in your job, and you're a cleric, Ryu. Your job is not to be protected by your god's will. Your job is to enforce it. You are the tool he uses to keep others safe.
Right. At least now I am. I just hope I can afford or to leave his will up to someone else just this once.
Well, let me put it this way: if the entire town catches fire, that's probably your signal to come in and help us.
All right. Corax, again, thank you. That'll be
no problem. When next I meet my brother, I'm going to have some words with him about some of the company he keeps. And he stomps back inside.
Now Ryu leaves.
All right.
Flora goes with him.
So you both find a quiet little hiding area with some trees that you can set up a little camp in. And with that, we're going to wrap this session up. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye!
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yee.